Obviously today we're going to be talking about Liu Kang and Sub-Zero. But remember, if you like the content, drop a like on the video and consider subbing. I make MK content on every single cameo with Liu Kang. Probably might drop a few matches, I'll see how it goes, but yeah. And there's also timestamps available for you guys if you want to skip to any part of the video, whether it's just the combos or any part of the breakdown. Will be in the description below. Anyhow, getting on to the breakdown, I'm going to do it in a bit of a weird fashion, unfortunately, just so everything goes in order and eventually makes sense. So Sub-Zero gets 3 moves. One of the moves, the first move we're going to talk about, is the Front Kameo move. As you can see, it starts up in 23 frames, so it has a bit of a startup, and is minus 17. Now I know the computer flawless blocked it, but even if they normal block it, it's still minus 17. Flawless blocking it does not make a difference. However, the main way you want to use this move obviously is to extend combos. The easiest way to use this is to extend through grounded extensions. What I mean by that is you do a move that keeps your opponent grounded and then you freeze them and then you launch them, right? Something like this, like that. Very simple, easy peasy, wimbo bango. Very simple. However, I have put a few optimal combos in the combo section of the video when you guys check that out, or if you do that now, where you can do things where, you know, you do things like that and it's sort of optimal. That's not the actual optimal, but I've put it in the combo section for you. And that's basically the freeze. The freeze is very simple to use. You use it to hit confirm things. Grounded hit confirms are very easy on Liu Kang. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, we move on to the other things that make Sub-Zero very, very interesting. Actually, before I continue, Sub-Zero does not give you a throw combo or wake up combo. So if that influences your pick of picking Sub-Zero with Liu Kang, that is something obviously you're going to consider, make a decision around, because we all know that throw combos and wake up combos are more deadly than not. So as I was saying, we're going to go and move and talk on about the next move, which is Back Kameo. Back Kameo is our good old cold shoulder. As you can see, it starts up in 23 frames and is +1 on block and has a lot of pushback. So it kind of basically resets the neutral, right? You can do it after any string, doesn't matter what it is. Just remember that it has a gap, so it can be armored through, right? So let me put Mr. Scorpion here on reversal, right? So obviously it can be armored through, so just remember that, don't use it all the time. And I said it is +1, and that is factual even if you flawless block. Now flawless blocking has a tiny bit of an advantage for the opponent, which is obviously they don't get pushed as far back compared to the normal block, but this is still neutral-ish ground. If you actually have the +1 advantage to back up a little bit. And this is what we're going to sort of lead into as how we play Sub-Zero with Liu Kang, and it's, you want to go for a zone heavy playstyle when you play Sub-Zero. You can rush down, of course, because you're still Liu Kang, you know, you still do Liu Kang things. But you want to go for a zone heavy strategy, because that's what Sub-Zero supports you in. And that leads me on to our next move, which is Neutral Kameo. Neutral Kameo gives you the ice armor, which makes you invincible to every single projectile in the game. It's the best anti-projectile in the game by far. I don't think there's another thing that can even compare to it. Whether it's like, for instance, if Scorpion had it, he wouldn't get hit by this, he wouldn't get hit by this, he wouldn't even have to block it, he just walks straight through it. Same with Scorpion's spear, right? Let's playing the wrong person, right? You can see it does literally nothing. It also does zero. The game doesn't even consider it even taking damage. So yeah, it's just completely immune. Even this move here, completely immune. Immune to every single projectile in the game. This even means that when people do setups with Jax, for example, Jax is set up with a ground pound. Jax's ground pound counts as a projectile, and when you have the Sub-Zero armor equipped, you are immune to the ground pound, which means only the person who activated the Jax Kameo has to worry about getting hit by the ground pound. You do not, if you have the Sub-Zero armor. Okay? Now, and there's also one more thing that we go through, and that is this move here. You do the ice armor into Back Kameo. Playing the wrong person. There we go. Ice armor into Back Kameo. Now, you can see that it takes all of your Kameo meter to do this. I mentioned this, that you have to play Sub-Zero, you don't have to, but you likely play Sub-Zero with Liu Kang in a zone heavy playstyle. That is because of this setup right here, right? And that's the setup that you use in the mid-screen. You can do it with the other ones. It's a little bit more of a tricky timing, but it's still extremely easy. And then you use that, and then obviously you have the ice armor equipped, right? And you're at this distance, and you're ready to zone your opponent with them not being able to do much but try and close the gap while you zone them. Now, you can also do this in the corner. I advise not to, because you're Liu Kang, you want to pressure people in the corner. However, you can, set this up in the corner if you want. Now, you can see that by normal dashing, I got to about this distance, right? And by wave dashing just a little bit, you get almost full screen. Not fully, but just a little bit, right? You're just a little bit away. And that was only one wave dash, by the way. So you almost get full screen just because of that one wave dash, and your opponent is stuck in the corner and you get to zone them with the ice armor. That's the setup in a nutshell. It's extremely easy to do. And yeah. Oh, one thing I also wanted to mention is, even though this is neutral Kameo into Back Kameo, you can also use the input of neutral Kameo into front Kameo, and it still comes out. Just remember that. So I don't know, if front Kameo is easy for you to use, I guess use that. But I would suggest using the normal Kameo into Back Kameo, just so you don't get confused with the freeze and the cold shoulder. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. It's Sub-Zero, very easy Kameo to pick up, very easy to use, very simple combos. Also, you're going to see that in the combo section. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, drop a like on the video and consider subbing. I make content. I think by the time this comes out, the only Kameo that's going to be missing is Movado. And yeah, I would have basically been up to date on every Kameo with Liu Kang. Yeah, so consider subbing, and I also play Rainbow Six Siege and Dead by Daylight if you're interested in that sort of content as well. On that, I hope you guys enjoy the combos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Disappointed. Disappointed. Disappointed.